Episode 65, we're going to tie this one to 65 games, and 65 World Series games to be specific, because that's a number of Fall Classic games that the great Mickey Mantle played in during his stellar career. He's second in games career for World Series, behind that of Yogi Berra. And now when you play right in that many Fall Classic games, 65 total, you've got a chance to set a couple of records, and Mantle did just that in his 65 games. So he's got the World Series career records for most runs. He's got the record for most RBIs in a World Series career. And he's also got the record for the most World Series walks. But his most impressive, and I think his most unbreakable record when it comes to career World Series accomplishment, that's Mickey Mantle's 18 home runs. So Babe Ruth, just to put this in comparison, Mantle hit 18 home runs in 65 World Series games. 18 home runs is a record for career in the World Series. Babe Ruth, he's number 2 at 15. Yogi Berra, again, Mantle's teammate for a significant period of time, he's third at 12 home runs over his World Series career. Duke Snider's 11. Reggie Jackson, Mr. October, and Lou Gehrig, they're both sitting at 10. So none of these individuals that I just mentioned, including Mantle, none of the top 10 actually are from the mid-'80s or after. And I think that reflects that dynasties, you had them back then prior to really free agency taking charge of things. And when you had those dynasties, it allowed great players like Mantle to appear in scores of World Series year after year. They would rack up the games, and then they would rack up things like the 18 home runs. So I don't think we'll see Mantle's 18 home runs in 65 World Series games for a career broken. I think that's one of those unbreakable records. By the way, Mantle also holds another World Series career record that I didn't mention, and that's the record for strikeouts. Nothing ventured, nothing gained, right? That's true in baseball, that's true in business, and that is true in life. So episode 65, it's dedicated to the 65 World Series career games, the 18 home runs that went with them, and the great Mickey Mantle from Commerce, Oklahoma, the Commerce Comet.